Fall in one more time this week. Volume 9 of this file watched the Red Sea blockade start shooting. First, Saudi hulls hit, tankers burning, traffic halved. Volume 10 opens with the bill for all of it, because the president has announced who is paying. Iran, he says. Out of Iranian money America already holds. It is the most comforting sentence this war has produced, soldier. The damage is covered, the aggressor pays, no cost lands on you. Tonight, we audit the comfort, because an after-action desk checks the account before it believes the check. The claim, exactly as posted, July 24th, while the smoke was still on the water. The damage to ships and cargo, the president wrote, will be paid for by Iranian money that the United States has in its possession and controls. He called it the fair and equitable thing to do. Read the load-bearing words, soldier. Possession and controls. Present tense. A fund in hand, a decision made, a bill already covered. Both of those words are checkable, and tonight both of them get checked. First check, where Iran's frozen money actually sits. The estimated total is $100 billion or more, locked up worldwide by sanctions. But look at the map of it, soldier. Roughly $20 billion sits in China. Billions more are spread across Iraq, Qatar, India, the European Union, and Japan, in accounts those governments control. The share held inside the United States, the money that is actually in Washington's possession, about $2 billion. Look at the chart. The president pointed at a mountain. His government is standing on a molehill of it. Second check. What the losses actually cost. A single, very large crude carrier is a floating $500 million decision. The hull alone runs into the hundreds of millions, and a 2 million barrel cargo stacks hundreds of millions more on top. Now recall Volume 9, soldier. Multiple hulls hit in a single night, and the campaign is ongoing. Set a running wars tab against a $2 billion account, and the arithmetic ends fast. The fund the president named could not cover one truly bad day on that water. The war has already had several. Third check, and the decisive one, the key to the account. Frozen is not confiscated, soldier. Frozen money still belongs to Iran. America is the vault, not the owner. Moving sovereign assets into the pockets of private claimants requires legal judgment, courts, process, the machinery that separates a seizure from a taking. A president cannot do it by post, and the announcement is precisely the problem. Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, named the stakes, an incendiary precedent. One that tells every nation with reserves parked abroad that a podium can vaporize their claim to them. He is an adversary, and on this narrow point, the world's central bankers quietly agree with him. The fair reading, full magazine. Making aggressors pay for the damage they cause is a legitimate goal with real legal pathways. Court judgments against state sponsors, claims tribunals, negotiated compensation funds, all of these exist and have paid victims before. Frozen assets are genuine leverage, and using them as a bargaining chip in an eventual settlement is exactly what they are for. If the president had said, "We will pursue Iranian assets through every legal channel to compensate these losses," that is a defensible policy, slow and partial, but real. The claim on the record is different. Money in hand, payment assured, done deal, $2 billion in the vault, no key in the lock, and a docket of claims that outruns both. Who pays for the comfort, then? Start with the people the reassurance was aimed at, shipping companies and crews absorbing real present losses, now carrying the expectation of a Washington-administered payout that has no mechanism behind it. Insurance decisions, sailing decisions, even wage negotiations get made against money that is not coming on any schedule anyone can name. And behind them stands the bigger account, soldier. The dollar system itself runs on the promise that reserves parked in Western banks answer to law, not to posts. Spend that promise for 1 week's headline, and the bill arrives for decades. The honest after-action, then. The tankers are real, the losses are real, and the desire to hand Iran the bill is understandable in every direction. But the account the president pointed to holds about 2 cents of every frozen dollar. The losses outrun it in a single bad day, and the key that would open it, a legal judgment, does not exist and cannot be posted into existence. If a court someday routes Iranian assets to these victims, Volume 11 files it with respect. Until then, check the ledger, not the post. That's the after action. Dismissed. I'm Mark, and this is Pixel Politics.